This is a L1100 car lift overhead, and these are frame cradles that measure 1.9 inch in diameter. That's the bottom end. Truck adapters. These are the measurements. What I use: 4.8, which is 1.9 of an inch. And this is the tool I use to measure the diameter, which is called a micrometer. But how many words did you like? Yeah, so in short, this is for people who, the pads are cool. And I see some people using pads to lift to lift trucks and stuff with it. The lift I got, like I said earlier, is a L1100, and it's only 9,000 pounds. Which it might seem like a lot, but I don't really think it'll pick up 9,000 pounds. I haven't tried to pick up anything outside of a 1,500 pickup. That's the heaviest thing I picked up in a Jeep, and I think a Jeep is around, I'm not sure exact weight. It may be 5,000 some pounds, maybe 6. I have to look into that, but anyway, it's not nowhere near 9,000 pounds. So I think as long as you stay in that range, you'll be cool. You try to pick up a 2,500. I don't know about that, but anyway, this is like for people who've been looking for the frame cradles, because first I didn't know the name of the actual pads that go on the lift that actually, like I showed in the beginning of the video, they got the feet. Those are more for frames in my opinion, and they seem to be safer. So for the longest, I asked the people I bought the lift for, and I asked like around for people who do maintenance on lift or who install lifts or who have lifts, and they all said the same thing. They didn't know particularly what I could use to fit in that particular lift. So I used the micrometer like earlier in the video, like what I showed, and I did it in millimeters because at the time when I was looking for them, it was some that was 60 millimeters thick. And what it means is that's the piece that goes down in the hole that the actual I don't know what you would call those, but if you got a lift, you know what I'm talking about. It goes down in the hole so you can actually lift the vehicle up. And it comes with the pads, like I said, and those are good for cars. But when you're doing trucks and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, I don't trust it. So that's why I bought the frame cradles. But you can measure it, the diameter in your particular lift. This is really for the L1100, which is the overhead lift that, comes on eBay. Quite a few people got those. And I've had mine for about, it's going on maybe 3 years now. And the only thing I've had happen so far is I got a leaking cylinder, lift cylinder. And that's because I left it outside for a long time too. But I don't use mine as much because I'm at work most of the time, and I got a lift at work that I use majority. But I do use my lift for like when I'm doing like major stuff, like when I'm rebuilding a car or doing transmissions, and sometimes even for oil changes and stuff like that. I don't really do brakes and stuff like that, but every now and then occasionally I do. So I don't use it a lot. So I would say that if you're not doing a lot strenuous work, then they're good. But if you're doing like a lot work, you probably need to get more expensive lift, like a rotary lift, which all lifts gonna have problems because at work we got rotary lifts and they have problems. So it just depends on what you want to buy and what you can afford. But like I said in earlier the video, this is for everybody who was trying to find the frame cradles and couldn't find them. You can get on eBay and you can buy these those same frame cradles that come from I think it's pronounced Kata tools. Anyway, it's K-A-T-O-L-L tools. And I think they're really the same people who made the original lift like I got, and they just put a name on it now because most of the specs seem to match up with the one I already got, but it's just red and yellow instead of blue and yellow. So it could be two different people, I don't really know, but I'm pretty sure they're very similar. But if you're looking to get the frame cradles, you can get on eBay, and those will fit. And I think I put in the description how much they were, how much I paid for them. They was only like $200 something. But the 60 millimeter will not fit. I thought that at first because I can only find 30 millimeter and 60 millimeter that would just come, and they go to Benpec and Atlas and all those different types of lifts that people, rotary, different type of lifts that people make, and none of those would ever fit. So I watched the guy, and he said if you use a micrometer, you can measure the distance. Well, you can measure the diameter inside the cylinder, inside the hole, and then you'll be able to tell which one you needed. So when I measured it, like I showed in the picture, it was 48 something. So I found some, and on the eBay site, it did in inches. So I just used the inches, which I showed in the video, to come up with the millimeters. And when they shipped and I used them, they work. And they work good too. And they're also real thick and padded, and they're very, they're built well. So I've only used them like once so far, because I got my Jeep on the rack right now. So that's really the only time I've used them. So like I said, this is just for people, because I scoured the internet for months trying to figure this stuff out, and it was no clear answer. Then when you call them, they never know really how to explain anything, because they're from another country, they're foreigners or whatever, which that's fine. You're getting stuff for cheap, it's not gonna be it's not gonna be that reliable and compatible anyway. So it's just me trying to help everybody who actually want the frame cradles. And if you watch this video, you'll be able to, I'm pretty sure you got the same one I got, L1100. These will work in yours. But to be safe, you can buy that micrometer like I showed in the picture, and you can measure your own diameter to be on the safe side, and then you can try to compare. Most of the time, it's not going to be the same brand lift, but somebody makes that same diameter. You just have to buy them and put them in your lift, and they're going to work. I'm trying to think of anything else I can say. I think that pretty much covers everything. I think I went over everything. I guess everybody in DIY community, I mean, y'all keep doing what y'all doing. And even though I do work for a shop, I mean, I'm still more involved with DIY community, because I believe in DIY over everything. All right, I'm out. Y'all have a nice day.